Hey everyone, this is Rohit, and by the end of the video, you will learn a few tips that you can really use that can help you to build habits and will increase your savings as well as the discipline to save money as a salaried person. We all know the importance of saving money, but the common obstacle that everyone encounters to saving money is not having enough money at the end of the month to put it in a savings account. Let's get started with the tips you can use. Tip number 1. Have a plan. Have a goal in mind. Is there anything that you need to buy in the future, like a car, even if it's a depreciating asset? Or you would like to buy the latest iPhone, even if you have the best plane or in the ship in the world? If you don't know where to go, it's pointless. So you need to know the reason behind saving money in the first place. Once you know the end goal, break it down into multiple steps. Example, if you need 1 lakh rupees or 100,000 rupees for buying a bike, you can break it down to the 20k goals in 5 separate parts. Give yourself a mini reward once you complete one part of the goal. This way, it will motivate you to save the next part. Your goal can also be paying off debt or loan for a house or a student loan debt. The golden thumb rule of buying anything is if you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it. So make sure that you have twice the amount in the bank account if you truly want to buy the latest iPhone or a new expense that you want to undertake. You can write down your goals and keep it in front of you, as everyone is working from home now, so your peers will not even know about this. So this will make sure that you'll be reminded of the goal that you have, and it'll be much easier to save. Tip number 2 is have a budget. Now, having a budget is extremely useful because you know what are the boundaries of each expense each category can take. There are broadly 3 things that you can categorize into. 1 is needs. Now, these are the things that you would like to spend on, like rent and food. 2 is wants. These are the things like you want a new phone, a new car, going on expensive restaurants. This is something that you don't need. The third part is savings. This is the most important part. This can be like a total investment amount. You can further divide this section into different types of investment, like debt or liquid investments. So there's a basic rule of 50-30-20 rule, where 50% goes to your needs, 30% goes to your wants, and the rest 20% goes to your savings. Now, I'm not so sure if this rule be applied for people who just started out their career, as they don't have huge liabilities unless you have a loan which you need to pay as soon as possible, or you need to support your family. If you ask me, you can save around 50% and you can allocate 30% to your needs and 20% to your wants for those with minimum or no liabilities. After doing the budget, now you have a clear boundary defined. So now let's make things a little bit more easier to follow these boundaries. Tip 3. Have different bank accounts for different needs. If you have read the book called The Power of Habit, you can relate to it much easier. So in that book, it says that if you want to break a bad habit, you need to increase the resistance of getting to that bad habit. For example, if you're used to eating a lot of sweets, you can keep the sweets from the place you usually sit, as it will decrease your chances of eating more sweets. You can even keep the sweets in the car if you want to increase the distance, or not even buy it in the first place. Now back to money now. The money that you can spend is the one which you usually use in your spending account. If you only keep the spending account in this one special account, and you can keep your savings in another bank account, since this will help you to increase the resistance in case you completely use up all your spending money and you feel the urge to use your saving money someday. You can also disable UPI transactions from the savings account, and the only way to take money out of that account is net banking and doing a manual transfer using RTGS or NEFT to your other accounts. Now, I personally keep all of my different needs in a separate account, which helps me to really know how much money I have left in each of those accounts. Whenever I go out and check my bank balance for the wants, I know what I can truly afford according to the month's budget. Now, this is something that I use on a daily basis. For the savings part, you can also hold some money if you are into investing stocks, where you would try to buy more stocks or mutual funds when the market is low. However, I would suggest you to keep your monthly regular SIPs regardless of the market situation. Tip number 4. Optimize your company's benefits. Now, many companies have various different benefits like internet reimbursements, home furniture reimbursements, mobile bill reimbursements. In some cases, you get it as a non-taxable amount, where if you have a bill under your name, you can claim at your company's expense in the company's finance portal, and that amount would not be taxed. This is very powerful, and as it can compound a lot, especially if you are in the 30% tax bracket. So just by doing this, you're saving about 30% of your income, as the income that you get is 30% 20% taxed, and you also paid sales tax or the GST, and this is where you get double taxed. So using this benefit, you're only taxed once. Now I think the company can do this to justify their business expense. So understand all the benefits that your company provides. Talk to the HR, try to understand what kind of benefits you can get. They can have either tie up with Apple products on a discount, so it can be anything. So try to be on the lookout on the company benefits, or the best thing you can do is talk to your HR. Now I'll share my personal experience. In my previous company, we had an option to buy gym equipment or special other expenses. Buying a smartwatch has a health tracker. Now I could get up to 20% claim. Initially I have to pay it from my pocket first, and then I would get it 100% reimbursed back to me. So understanding your company benefits can help you financially in the long run. Tip number 5. Optimize your tax savings. Optimizing for taxes are pretty important. You need to focus on your tax savings by making sure that you can use tax benefits like Section 80C, where you can get an income tax deduction if you're living in India. There are various books and YouTube videos that I can recommend for you to have a look, so that you can study and save a lot more money. One of my favorite section is Section 80D, where you can claim for preventive medical checkup. This ensures that me and my family are healthy by doing a preventive medical checkup, and I also get a tax deduction in return. This is a super win-win situation. And there's also a good book called What Every Indian Investor Should Know, and I highly recommend you to read that book if you're interested in topics like investing, tax savings, and you live in India. These things are the real life skills that everyone must know and should be taught in schools. As of making these videos, there are currently mainly two tax regimes. There's an old tax regime and a new tax regime. If you don't want to deal with the complexity of tax deduction or exemptions, then you can go with the new tax regimes. There's a website from Grow about new versus old tax regime. I'll share the link in the description below, and you can also check out new or old, which tax regime is good for you. Tip number 6 is keep learning. Things keep changing. Learning something is a continuous process which would pay off the most dividends. Even one of the world's most richest person, Warren Buffett, said that investing in yourself is the most important thing that you can do. So do keep learning and investing in yourself by either upskilling and getting a promotion at work, or job switching every 2 years to get the latest market value. There's also an article stating that if you stay at a job for more than 2 years, you are losing 50% of your potential income. So try to switch every 2 years and don't stay too long in a certain company. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you get to learn something good in this video, and if you think that I've missed out anything that you feel that I should have added in the first place, please do comment in the comment down section below so that everyone can benefit from it. Thanks for watching, and please do subscribe to my YouTube channel.